Valley's news leader.
Good evening. It has been a historic Super Tuesday so far, and it's not over yet. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Tonight was all about former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders. Biden has won many of the 14 states up for grabs tonight, but the AP is calling California for Sanders. Texas and Maine still too close to call. So we start our team coverage tonight with CBS reporter Danya Backus.
So I'm here to report we are very much alive.
A reinvigorated Joe Biden was the comeback kid of Super Tuesday.
And make no mistake about it, this campaign will send Donald Trump packing.
CBS News projects decisive wins for the former vice president in 8 states, including Virginia, North Carolina, and Massachusetts. He won major support from African-American voters in the South. A majority of Democratic voters say what they want most in a candidate is someone who can beat President Trump.
You cannot beat Trump with the same old kind of politics.
Self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist Bernie Sanders won his home state of Vermont, as well as Utah and Colorado, where he defeated Hillary Clinton in 2016.
But tonight, I tell you with absolute confidence, we are going to win the Democratic nomination.
Super Tuesday states are helping to solidify this as a two-man race for the Democratic nomination, but the other contenders aren't throwing in the towel just yet. Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg far outspent Sanders and Biden in Virginia alone and came up empty-handed there. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren wasn't able to sweep her home state. She rallied with supporters in Detroit, where voters head to the polls next week.
I was not born a politician, but I was born a fighter.
Super Tuesday states award 1/3 of the total number of delegates needed to clinch the nomination. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
As we mentioned, the AP is calling the primary there for Bernie Sanders.
And it is the biggest prize on this Super Tuesday. But as you heard, Joe Biden's campaign is still fired up tonight. Chris Wolf is in Los Angeles with more from the campaign's headquarters there. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, and it's being called the comeback campaign. He might be called the comeback kid. One of the supporters tonight said he's keeping up his Joe-mentum, maybe just coined that phrase. Yes, just 4 days ago, Joe Biden may have thought his presidential hopes were dashed, but everything turned around this weekend with South Carolina and other endorsements. The Democratic Party's moderate wing is now unified behind Joe Biden, with Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar and Beto O'Rourke throwing their support behind the former vice president. He spoke here earlier this evening at the Baldwin Hills Recreation Center in the South Los Angeles area, and I can tell you there were some surprises.
In the neighborhoods we come from, the three.
What's politics without drama? An anti-dairy industry heckler rushed the stage in Baldwin Hills, but was quickly removed, allowing former vice president and Democratic presidential contender Joe Biden to continue his speech in the delegate-rich Golden State.
And make no mistake about it, this campaign will send Donald Trump packing. This campaign is taking off. Join us. Our agenda is bold, it's progressive, it's a vision where health care is affordable and available to everybody in America. Where we bring drug prices down under control with no more surprise billing.
Biden won several states on this Super Tuesday, but early results show Bernie Sanders winning the biggest prize of the day, California's 415 delegate haul. That means just over 1/3 of all pledged delegates to the Democratic National Convention in July will be won on Super Tuesday. The race is shaping up to be a contest between two very different visions for the party's future. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, who has energized liberals and young voters, sought to pull away from the rest of the field, and former Vice President Joe Biden, hoping to ride a wave of momentum and solidify himself as the standard bearer for the party's moderate wing. So Joe Biden again did not take the delegate-rich Golden State of California, but he did win 8 others: Alabama, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Virginia, Arkansas, Minnesota, and Massachusetts. Things are certainly heating up. Be interesting to see what happens in the coming days and weeks. Reporting live in Baldwin Hills, California, I'm Chris Wolf. Back to you in Las Vegas.